So get ready, because today we're going to be really kind of rethink how we think about working out,
Ooh, interesting.
because we are diving deep into low heart rate training.
Or as the cool kids call it, LHRT.
LHRT, I like it. You know, all those super intense workouts,
Yeah.
right? Where you're just dripping sweat and you can barely breathe.
Yeah, feel the burn.
Yeah, feel the burn. That's the thing, right? What if I told you that there might be a smarter and maybe even better way to reach your fitness goals?
And you're telling me this is LHRT, low heart rate training.
That's what we're looking at today. And our source material for this deep dive is a Health Shots article called Low Heart Rate Training Could Be Your Fitness Secret to Better Health.
I love a good secret, especially a fitness secret, so let's unlock this one.
Let's unlock it. So slower, it's kind of a weird concept. Slower might actually be better.
Yeah, you know what's really cool about this whole low heart rate training thing is it's less about just like brute force.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about understanding how your body uses oxygen, how it uses fuel, and really how it all works together.
It's about efficiency.
Efficiency, yeah. We're going to get into why a lower heart rate can actually unlock like greater endurance.
Yeah.
And it can even it can help your body burn fat better.
Well, let's get into some specifics.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the article talks about LHRT, and this fitness expert, Sporty S, they say it's all about, strategically keeping your heart rate from going too high during your workout.
Okay.
So not letting it get super high, which I don't know about you, but that feels counterintuitive to me. Like,
Yeah, a little bit, right? Like, don't you have
you have to feel the burn.
Yeah, if you're not like dying, are you even working out?
Exactly.
That's what we've been taught, right?
Right. But it's all about consistency, right? Like you're hitting that same intensity, but with less strain.
So it's like you're working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And as your body gets used to this, it actually becomes a more efficient machine over time.
So the article mentions these age-based targets, right? So if you're in your 30s, you want to be between 95 and 133 beats per minute.
Okay, so how do you track that? Like, how do you even know what your heart rate is?
You can use a fitness tracker, or you can go old school and actually check your pulse manually.
Oh, yeah, like, counting the beats, right?
Exactly. There's actually, the American Heart Association talks about how to do that.
Okay, cool.
But this isn't just about the numbers, is it?
No, not at all. It's the why behind it all. Like, think about it. Every time you're training in that lower heart rate zone,
Okay.
you're building this foundation, like a powerhouse aerobic base for your body.
All right.
So your body becomes really good at using oxygen,
Okay.
which then supercharges your endurance, and it even helps you recover faster.
I'm liking this already.
It's like you're building a high-performance engine.
But for your body. Well, the article lists, 5 benefits of low heart rate training.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay them on me.
Okay. All right. The first one, I love this, endurance booster.
Okay, so tell me, like, what's the science behind this? Like, why does this work?
Okay. So there was a study that was published in the International Journal of Sports Medicine.
Okay.
And what they found was that low heart rate training increases the density of your mitochondria.
Oh, the powerhouses of the cell.
Yes. And so the mitochondria are what generate energy, right?
Exactly.
And so you have more of them, more energy.
More stamina, more power, more everything.
All right. Benefit number 2,
Hit me.
injury preventer. Now, this one makes sense intuitively, right?
Yeah, I mean, lower intensity, less pounding on the joints, less wear and tear.
Yeah.
It's like a long-term investment in your body.
Exactly.
You're less likely to get those overuse injuries that can
Yeah.
just totally derail your training for weeks or even months.
And then you have to start all over again.
Ugh, I hate that.
Nobody wants to do that.
No, I'd much rather be consistent and gentle.
Okay. Benefit number 3, fat burner.
Ooh, okay, tell me more about this one.
So the article talks about how working out at this lower intensity actually helps your body burn fat for fuel.
Okay, so why would that happen? Like, why would lower intensity help you burn fat?
So during low heart rate training, your body is primarily using fat as its energy source.
Oh, okay, so it's like switching from using carbs to using fat.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, interesting.
Your body is more efficient at accessing and burning that fat at a lower intensity.
So it's like switching your body's engine from guzzling gas to burning stored energy.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, right.
All right, number 4,
Okay.
recovery helper.
So like less soreness, bouncing back quicker.
That's what they say. So there was a study, and this was in Frontiers in Physiology,
Okay.
and they actually found that light activity
Okay.
like what you'd be doing in LHRT, is actually more effective than complete rest for muscle recovery.
So you're saying I shouldn't just be like a couch potato after a workout?
It's like you're gently flushing out all those, metabolic byproducts,
Okay.
and you're encouraging blood flow to those muscles that need repair.
So it's like active recovery, but it's like a specific type.
Right.
That's really cool. I like that.
Okay, last benefit.
Okay, hit me with it.
Stress buster.
Ooh, sign me up. I need some of that in my life.
So remember how we were talking about cortisol?
Yes, the stress hormone.
Yes, the stress hormone, you need some of it,
Right. But too much is not good.
but too much is bad.
Yeah.
And so there was a study in healthcare, and they compared high-intensity exercise to LHRT. And what they found was that LHRT caused significantly lower cortisol response.
So it's like you're giving your nervous system a break.
Yes, exactly.
It's like a relaxation technique almost.
Yes, and so this is more than just physical performance.
Right.
This is like holistic well-being.
It's like mind and body all working together.
Right. All right, so we've unpacked the what and the why,
Yeah, we've got the basics down.
but now I'm curious about the when.
Okay, the when, good question.
Like how soon?
Yeah, like how long do I have to do this before I start seeing results?
Right, because nobody wants to wait forever.
No, nobody has time for that.
So the article says that you could see improvements in your endurance and your fat burning within 4 to 8 weeks.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, but real transformation takes time and consistency.
Right, it's about building a habit, making it a lifestyle.
But is there such a thing as going too low with your heart rate?
That's a really good question because I'm all about taking it easy, but
Right.
you can go too far.
You don't want to just be sitting on the couch.
Exactly. And actually, if your heart rate is too low, you might not be giving your body enough of a challenge.
Oh, interesting.
So the CDC, they recommend the simple calculation to figure out your ideal max heart rate for LHRT. You just subtract your age from a 1.8, so that gives you your upper limit. And that way you're pushing yourself just enough.
All right, well, the article, it includes a sample LHRT training plan.
Oh, cool. What's it look like?
So you start with a 10-minute warm-up,
Okay.
like brisk walking, easy cycling, something like that.
Yeah.
And you're keeping your heart rate at like 50 to 60% of your max.
Okay.
Then you go into the 30-minute workout.
All right. What kind of stuff are we doing there?
You could do jogging, you could cycle, you could swim,
Uh-huh.
steady pace, 60 to 70% of your max.
Okay.
And then finally a 10-minute cool down.
All right.
Easy walking, stretching, get that heart rate back down.
So we're talking like 3-4 sessions a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, that's actually pretty manageable.
Yeah, very doable.
But remember, that's just a sample, right?
Right.
You got to personalize it, figure out what works for you, your body, your goals.
Absolutely.
Listen to your body. If you start feeling dizzy or super tired, yeah, maybe back off a little bit.
Or maybe talk to your doctor.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you think? Could this be a game changer for our listeners?
You know what I think is so cool about this? Is that it just offers a totally different approach to fitness.
Yeah.
We're so used to this like no pain, no gain,
Yeah.
go hard or go home mentality.
Right, but this is about
But this is about working smarter, not harder.
it's about working with your body.
Exactly. It's about finding a more sustainable way to be fit.
That's a really interesting thought, and one that we are going to continue to explore as we dive deeper into this whole world of LHRT. So stick with us because things are about to get even more interesting. So we're back, and one thing that really stood out to me in that last part
Yeah.
is that LHRT, it isn't just about changing your workouts. It's almost like you have to change how you think about exercise in general.
Totally. Yeah. And that's where it gets really fascinating for me because LHRT, it really challenges that whole that no pain, no gain idea.
Oh, yeah, that we've all been raised with.
Yeah, exactly. Like pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. Yeah.
But LHRT, it's more about tuning into your body,
Yeah.
working within your limits.
But it's so hard because we've been conditioned to think
I know, right?
if you're not dying, are you even working hard enough?
Yeah, like if you're not drenched in sweat.
Gasping for air.
Yeah, you didn't really do anything. But LHRT, it flips that whole script.
Completely.
Yeah, like instead of focusing on how much you can endure,
Yeah.
it's more about how efficiently your body is actually working.
Like mindfulness almost.
Yeah, I love that connection.
Yeah.
Because by staying in that lower heart rate zone, you're forced to slow down.
Yeah.
Pay attention to your breath. Be more in your body.
But how do you even start doing that?
Yeah.
If you're so used to
Yeah, if you're a go hard or go home kind of person.
Yeah.
I think the first step is just letting go of those ideas about what makes a workout, quote, good. You know, like LHRT isn't about feeling wiped out.
Right.
It's about finding that sweet spot.
Where you're working hard enough to challenge yourself,
Yeah.
but not so hard that you're just totally drained.
So we have to change how we measure effort,
Yes, exactly.
not just pushing through fatigue, but actually listening.
Listening to your body, yeah.
What else can we do?
Well, focusing on your breath is really powerful.
Okay.
Just pay attention to the rhythm of your breath, how deep you're breathing.
Yeah.
It helps you stay connected to your body.
Okay.
And if you notice your breath getting like short and shallow,
Yeah.
that's a sign you might need to back off a bit.
Okay, that's a good tip because that's something everyone can do.
Right.
But is this just for beginners?
That's a really common misconception.
Okay.
LHRT, it's not just for people who are new to exercise.
Oh, interesting.
It's actually super valuable for athletes of all levels,
Really?
even elite athletes.
So even if you're already like super fit, you can still benefit from this.
Think about endurance athletes. They already incorporate low intensity training into their routines. So it's not about replacing those high intensity workouts completely. It's about finding the right balance.
So it's like a more balanced approach.
Exactly. Yeah.
But consistency is key, right? Like with any workout.
Absolutely. Yeah. LHRT, it's not a quick fix.
Okay.
It takes dedication, it takes patience.
You're not going to wake up one day and magically be able to run a marathon.
Right. It's a journey.
Okay, so it's more of a long game.
It is, but the payoff is huge.
Yeah, and we talked about the physical benefits, but I'm curious about the mental and emotional aspects.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a big part of it too.
How does LHRT impact that?
Well, remember how we were talking about stress?
Yeah.
Keeping your heart rate in check helps to keep those stress hormones in check too.
Okay.
And when you're not constantly pushing yourself to the limit,
Yeah.
it creates more space
Okay.
for mental clarity, for emotional well-being.
So it's not just about being physically fit.
No.
It's about this sense of inner peace.
Yes, exactly. It's about balance.
And, in a world where everything is go, go, go,
I know, right?
push, push, push,
Yeah, it's so refreshing.
to hear about an approach that's about,
Sustainability.
self-care,
Yeah,
working with your body.
exactly. Not against it.
So as we're wrapping up this part of the deep dive,
Yeah.
what's one thing you'd want our listener to really think about?
I would say if you're feeling burnt out
Yeah.
or frustrated with that whole go hard or go home mentality,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to try a different path.
Right.
Maybe it's time to explore slowing down,
Yeah.
tuning in and
Yeah.
discovering what your body can do
I love that.
when you work with it, not against it.
That's a powerful message, and one that I think will resonate with a lot of our listeners. And we will be right back with part 3 of this deep dive into low heart rate training. So stick with us. And we are back for the final part of our deep dive into LHRT. All right, let's do it.
So we've talked about what it is. We've talked about why it works.
The science, the benefits.
Now let's talk about how do we actually do this? How do we make it part of our lives?
Yeah, how do we put this into practice? That's the big question.
Right, because it's all well and good to understand it,
Right.
but how do we make it happen?
So let's say our listeners like, okay, I'm sold. I want to try this LHRT thing.
Yeah, where do they start?
First things first, we got to figure out your target heart rate zone.
Okay.
Remember that CDC calculation?
Yeah, 180 minus your 8.
Exactly. So that's your max heart rate.
Okay.
And you want to stay within 50 to 70% of that during your LHRT workouts.
And that's where having a way to track your heart rate is key.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Whether it's a fitness tracker or getting good at taking your pulse manually.
Old-fashioned finger on the wrist.
Yeah, exactly. You got to stay in that zone.
Okay. So we've got our heart rate figured out.
Check.
Now, what kind of activities are we talking about?
Okay, so think about activities where you can maintain a steady pace
Okay.
and effort level.
So not like those crazy HIT workouts.
Yeah, not so much burpees and box jumps.
Okay.
We're talking, brisk walking,
Okay.
jogging, swimming, cycling, rowing.
So steady state cardio.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not limited to just cardio.
Oh.
Yoga, Pilates,
Okay.
those can totally be adapted for LHRT.
So it's about finding something you enjoy.
Yeah, and something you can do consistently.
Consistency, that's always the key.
Always, no matter what kind of workout you're doing.
Now, the article did mention a sample LHRT plan.
Mm-hmm. With the warm up and the cool down.
Yeah, but how do we actually fit this into, a busy life?
Okay, so that's where planning comes in.
Okay.
Think about your fitness level, your goals, your schedule.
Right, like if you're just starting out.
Yeah, maybe 2-3 LHRT sessions a week,
Okay.
and then you can gradually increase.
But what if you're already working out a lot?
Yeah, if you're pretty active, you could use LHRT as like active recovery.
Oh, interesting. Between your harder workouts.
Exactly, or dedicate certain days to LHRT.
So it's very flexible.
It is, yeah, it's not one size fits all,
I like that.
which I think is really cool about it.
And, we've talked a lot about the physical benefits,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm curious, like, for you personally,
Yeah.
what's
yeah.
been the biggest impact of LHRT?
Honestly, the mental and emotional benefits.
Really?
Yeah, like it's helped me so much with stress.
Oh, wow.
Just feeling more calm, more balanced.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think, in our crazy busy world,
Yeah, where everything is so intense.
it's so important to find ways to
Slow down.
take care of ourselves.
Well, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
what's one last piece of advice you'd give to our listeners?
Listen to your body.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
LHRT, it's all about working with your body, not against it.
So if you're feeling tired, dizzy,
Yeah.
back off.
Take a break. Rest.
Trust your intuition.
Always.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into LHRT.
Sad to see it go.
I know, but we covered a lot.
We did the science, the practical tips.
Hopefully our listeners feel equipped to give LHRT a try.
Yeah, and remember, sometimes slowing down can actually help you go further.
It's about finding that sweet spot.
Effort and efficiency,
Challenge and sustainability.
mind and body.
Well said. And thank you, as always, for joining us on the deep dive.